Back, baby.
Yes, sir. What up, bro?
How did it feel?
Good.
Can't talk? Yeah, glad to see you back in there. It's day one. We've got plenty more left. All right, we got Carlos coming in. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. All right. Do a full breakdown of the higher time. What's up, Carlos?
Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing? You know what? Let's get rid of all this. Let's do a full breakdown. How you doing, Carlos?
I'm just walking my dog right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on my computer in a little bit.
Sounds good, man.
How you doing today?
Doing great. Doing great. Got back into the old deck of cards in the morning. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, see you going back to the cold showers too.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I slacked a little bit, not gonna lie. But we're back. But yeah, looking over here at GJ, we had a massive bearish move over here on London. But let's break it down from the higher time frames. We have our multi-year downtrend over here, right? Price coming all the way back down to basically 120, I would say, during the 2008 market crash. You guys know all our history over here. Then we recovered, and then we had Brexit over here, and then COVID happened towards March 2020, and then ever since then we've just been pushing up. Right, so we ended up reaching 156 all of last year. That's what we were aiming for. So we ended up reaching 156. Now we've been in a multi-month downtrend over here, coming all the way back down to these candle bodies over here to the left at 149. So we'll mark that off, and then we'll go down to our lower time frames. So looking over here at the weekly, again, we're in this major consolidation between 149 and 156, but we've been respecting this bearish trend over here of price just kind of pushing down and respecting the previous highs. Move this right back down here. All right, so price likes this whole area over here around 152, 152, 500. This whole area over here, price keeps retapping into and then rejecting and pushing all the way back down to 149. So very significant level over here. We'll take a look at what it looks like on the daily. The daily, I drew that trend line perfectly over here on the monthly. Typically don't like drawing trend lines until you get down to the daily. But that was pretty good right there. But anyway, we got this major resistance, multiple rejections, price coming right back up, corrected this entire move over here and came right back up to retest that resistance. And then we pushed right back down, retested this previous area down here around 149, and then came right back up to retest that area. We grabbed liquidity and then we flipped bearish over here, right? So price right now during London on the daily created this high up here, and then we pushed all the way back down. So looking over here, we ended up breaking the previous support. We can actually adjust that a little bit right there. Broke this support up here, and price is now coming into our level down here. And as you can see, this is a pretty significant level. If you take a look to the left, yeah, right over here. You have price right now around 151, 150. Previous support, resistance over here. And right now we're right back into that level over here. After pushing bearish all the way back down to 149, 200, we push all the way back up, respecting the previous higher lows over here, coming all the way up. And now we're breaking that trend. Now, what's our next range over here? Where could we possibly be coming down into? I see this next level right over here, previous support, previous resistance. I see price coming right back down into there. The previous 4-hour, very bearish over here, but no bottom wick. This candle's trying to figure out if it wants to react to 151, 150, or does it want to keep pushing through right back down to the support down here. So looking at the 1 hour, we had that previous resistance over here. You know what? I kind of want to move this right over here because you have all these rejections over here to the left, rejection here to the left as well, previous resistance, and now price is kind of reacting to that level over there. But if we get that close below, we could possibly continue right back down. But as you can see this candle. Let me get this. You guys can still see my screen, right? I think I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see, this candle right over here, very bearish, right? Very strong candle pushing all the way down here. This candle is almost 3/4 of the size. This candle is a lot smaller as well. This candle passed the low of that previous candle, and now it's flipping bullish, right? So as you can see, this is a very significant area right down here where price is reacting to. So could we get a partial correction to this move? I'm not looking to take any buys as of yet, but we got a nice clean move and we got some potential for some kind of a resistance to form in here and then continue right back down, or continue into here and then continue to consolidate and maybe continue right back up. But we'll see what we get right now. Taking a look at the Japanese yen. Japanese yen right now so far on the 1 hour is holding support. It's kind of consolidating over here, but it is holding a support and kind of, it's not breaking that support or anything like that, but it is holding support. If you actually take a look at the, what was that? Rakil's Chinese indicator, got a very strong yen and a weaker pound over here. Some of our fundamentals over here, but right now we are holding the support. Nice move right back down from this this bearish trend that we've been respecting multiple times, reacting in that area, consolidating, and then pushing right back down. So could we get again a further move up to then continue right back down? I could see it, but first we need a couple levels to break on the lower time frames. So right now we're holding support right now. Price did pass the high of that candle right over here. We got to see if we have a potential move that we could possibly get to continue right back up, or are we waiting for resistance to form and that counter trend trade? Wait for some kind of resistance to form, and then we could take this right back down. Just got to be safe and smart. Oh, wow. That's a great tool. This is a vanishing pen over here. So if I just circle that, that's cool. That's what we need. So that's GJ over here. So this is kind of our range. Do we have enough pips? Yeah, you got about 27 pips over here, but do you want to counter trend trade? I don't know. I don't know. London, we've been all bearish over here. Yen is holding support. Maybe just wait for that resistance to form and take this down. But it looks like we'll see how the 1 hour closes. Right? We got that 1 hour candle came all the way down 6 a.m., created that bottom wick, and now it's starting to reject over here. So we got 6:47 right now, 7 o'clock right around the corner. We'll see how this candle rejects. But last time we were in this area, we ended up holding support and then pushing all the way up here, right? Get our little stupid thing. So we ended up holding support down here and then just pushing up. So over here, we could end up doing the same thing. But again, I'd rather wait for the resistance to form to take this right back down. You guys got questions? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Yeah, it makes sense. Did you catch any of that?
No. I mean, I was when
That's,
I wake up and when I wake up that early and do all that, I'm focused on the task at hand and like getting my deck in. I get my breakfast in, get my protein shake in, then I do my cold shower, and then right into fundamentals and just catching up on the group, making sure everyone's chats are answered. And again, like I said, checking out fundamentals. We have ADP today. So I was going to bring that up when we got into gold. But right now we're just looking at GJ and taking a look at this. But yeah, that was a nice move. I'm trying to see how you could have possibly taken it. There's one over here around 430 where you got a nice bearish move over here. Price ends up closing below this area right over here, similar to this area, right? We end up getting a beautiful, this is what we look for every time. A nice candle close because we have a strong body, and then we got a nice wick, a nice range that we could potentially fill over here. You get the retest with this candle, get the retest with this candle, with a liquidity grab up here and a close bearish. This candle passed the low of that wick, and that's a nice entry. Take this down. That is a nice 30 pip move. But again, I'm not, concentrated so much on trading at that time as I am, get my day started, making sure that I'm getting everything done. But it looks like we're forming a nice support over here on the 15-minute. Candle closed above this resistance over here. I think if this candle, creates a bottom wick and then pass the high up here, you could get a quick. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get that push before the hour close, because the hour close already created this bottom wick. I think we'll end up closing around this area. If we miss that, that's fine. That'd be a counter trend. I'm not going to get FOMO from that. I want to see how the next candle forms. If the next candle creates a bottom wick down here, or like maybe even a small bottom wick and pass the high of that candle, we could potentially take a trade to fill this wick up here, grab about 10 pips. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're waiting on. So moving over here to gold, I marked off some of the, for some reason, my gold history won't load back here. I have no idea why, but anyway, we have been in this corrective phase. You guys know, created historical highs with COVID, with geopolitical issues with China, with the tariffs, and also Iran. I got to sneeze. Give me a second. I felt good. But and then obviously with COVID reaching 2074, and then ended up getting into that recovery phase, corrective phase with markets calming down. You got the vaccines coming out as well. But then we reached 1680, and then we got inflation fears. We also have geopolitical issues with Israel and Gaza, right? That was a big deal as well. And then we had 2 straight months of positive NFP, like very surprising numbers, which pushed us all the way down. Then we got this rejection of 1680 with inflation fears again, right? Holding resistance, rejecting 1830 once more, and then pushing all the way down, closing below 1760, 1768, anywhere in this area has been a very significant level, right? So the monthly candle from last month ended up closing right below that level with a wick to fill. Current monthly candle for October created its top wick, and now we're starting to flip bearish. Now, I know, Chris, you focus a lot on gold. I know you're in the car right now or something, but whatever insight that you have, please add in here. But yeah, it looks like we're flipping bearish over here on the monthly. Now, what you have right now is dollar strength, because they're talking about tapering and increasing interest rates. So if you take a look at the current dollar right now, and the current dollar atmosphere. You have treasuries up as well. But the dollar has been on a run coming right back up to the 94 area. So with gold and that happening, gold's going to be continuing right back down. But if we get more inflation fears, a lot of people pour their money into gold. So maybe we'll get a correction of that move. Hold on one second. Let's go back to GJ while we're doing that. GJ's starting to push up over here. See this 15-minute? I'm live back testing this. I want to see if this 15-minute candle fills that wick at about 10 pips. Right up here. Let's see if we get it. I just really didn't want to take this before the hour close. And it's a counter trend trade. So we'll see what we get over here. Something good to journal. It's a little scalp. You don't risk as much on something like this. It's just quick analysis. You've seen it before. And you just kind of jab at the market, taking these little 1-to-1s. That's what scalping really is, right? So back to gold over here. Monthly flipping bearish. Looking at the weekly over here. Again, 1760 area, 1765, very significant level over here. Price holding resistance, just like it was over here on the monthly, right? Take a look at these 3 wicks up here. Take a look at these over here. So right now, nice doji candle closed on the weekly with a wick to fill. This candle created grad liquidity and now flipped bearish. Are we going to end up continuing this fall down here to fill this wick and come right back down into this area over here, right? Could very well happen. But right now we're waiting on ADP. Today we don't have as much volume right now. You got to understand that the big players are not in the market. They're really waiting for Friday. So you just want to be aware of that and not jump into anything too soon. Just know that right now we're typically ranging in here. This is a nice setup based on the weekly and the monthly, but we got to see what we're going to be doing in here. I'd rather wait for price to break out of here. But ever since breaking up and retesting 1830, we've been respecting lower lows and lower highs, pushing down right over here, right? So now what I'm looking at is all these wick rejections, right? Right here, coming into this area. Multiple wick rejections over here. So that tells me that I want to close below 1750 before we take price right back down. So could we be getting a reaction to this, continuing right back up to retest that trend and then continue down? We could. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. See, the 4 hours reacting to that area right now. Right, not much to the left. Get a clean move to the left once we do break below 1746. I would say we did break below this previous support over here. We got a nice close below, but at the same time, we need a clean close below 1746 because you got all these rejections over here to the left. You could get caught in that. So just wait for what we get. Wait for the data coming out today. Today's kind of a free for all. Today, it's kind of a guess when it comes to ADP. So the real numbers come out on Friday. But looking over here, yeah, we can actually get rid of this. And as you can see, we're holding support over here at that level. So could we be coming up to retest this area and then continue right back down? But once we do break below this area, get a clean move to the left.
That's the same thing I see stuff.
Awesome.
So entering right now is way it can go all the way back up into that 1750, like that trend line right there. It can go all the way up there and fall. So that's what that gold done caught me like that plenty times. So.
Oh yeah, I bet. Gold's a real bit sometimes. But yeah, we could be holding support right here, continuing right back up into this area, maybe
Yeah.
consolidate a little bit, and then we push right back down with some good numbers coming out of the US. So let's see what we get over here. But let's see how GJ's doing. GJ pushed up pretty nice, but when it comes to GJ, again, this would have been a riskier trade. It pushed up about 7 pips. The hour's about to close, so it couldn't necessarily reach 10 pips before the hour closed. Barring some kind of a rocket, in the last 2 minutes, but see what we got for pre-markets. Checking out our fundamentals over here. Carlos coming back in. We got a minute left. Chris, you think we could possibly be retesting this area right over here?
Is that 1750?
At 1750, yeah.
Yeah, I got that marked up too. And like it could be just hitting that 1750 and then it could fly down. Like that's what I'm looking at right now. Like that 1750. But because it's all those wicks to the left, that support, that previous support. So it could just be going up, boom, tap it and fall, but gold so tricky. I wouldn't get into, like you said, after 1746 too.
Yeah, the thing is like, so ADP comes out at 8:15, right? So
that's early.
What's up?
I said that's pretty early too, so it could. I don't know if it's priced in. The numbers could be priced in. Who knows? But
yep, yeah, 8:15 could be priced in. The thing that I like to see though, I know this data's coming out, but these wicks, right? If you take a look at these wicks over here on gold, now that we're retesting 1750, significant level over here. But if you take a look at these long bottom wicks over here on these rejection candles, right? Sometimes what we get is a nice rejection, kind of like a rejection like this, and then we get a close like that, and then the next candle starts to drop when we form that resistance right over here. We end up filling these wicks, which I've seen so many times over here. We end up filling these and continuing right back down. So how many pips do we have in here that we could possibly grab? Got about 45 pip range that you could grab right in here. So that's not too bad. Only thing is it going to do that before 8:15, As you can see, it's breaking up right now. Could be grabbing liquidity for some. What are they expecting over here? They're expecting some pretty good numbers. So maybe they're grabbing liquidity right now, getting in at a better price to continue down. Kind of like what we said before, where you get that break above the resistance, get a retest, we come right back up here, we consolidate in here, and then we continue right back down. Let me run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back with you guys.
Okay, cool.
All right, boys. Let's see. GJ is looking good right now.
In GJ?
What was that?
Are you in GJ?
I'm not in GJ. No, this was something I was just live back testing as the 15-minute candle was flipping bullish. This is something I could have entered with a stop loss below the current 15-minute. I just let's get rid of that. I just didn't want to take it before the hour closed because the hour was still like this. Hour's creating its bottom wick. It's tempting. Not gonna lie, it's tempting, but with how bearish London was, all I'm looking for is some kind of a resistance to form to continue down. I'm not interested in trying to call the bottom over here and take this thing right up. Plus, we got ADP coming out as well, which usually shakes the market a little bit. Any kind of US red folder data. But it looks like gold is closing above 1751 over here. It could be, unless we reject. Yeah, I'm not really interested in trying to call bottoms. But this would have been a nice little 10 pip scalp we could have grabbed. You know what? This is something while we're waiting for a trade. This is something good to journal. While we wait. Keep thinking it's Thursday for some reason. Am I the only one?
I felt like that this morning too. I thought it was Thursday. I almost took the trash up to the front. I said, "Oh, Tuesday."
You thought it was Thursday too?
I did. I almost brought the trash up because we got trash Mondays and Thursdays. I almost brought the trash cans up to the front this morning, and I'm thinking it's Thursday.
That's funny. Let's see, 4 hour. So yeah, Chris, you're going to Disney, huh?
August 22.
Good shit, man.
Taking my family. Have a good time. My cousins gonna come too.
It's a little difficult to understand you, brother.
Oh, is it a man?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I said, August 22 is when we going and taking a family.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a nice Airbnb. I was actually pretty surprised because we got an Airbnb once, and honestly, dude, you're not gonna know the difference because you haven't been there yet. But staying on property is like adds to the experience. I can't really explain to you, but like the buses pick you up, they bring you to the parks. Like you wake up, you go to the lobby to like the restaurant and stuff to grab like a bagel before the park, stuff like that. It just adds to the experience, and and then when we got the Airbnb, it just wasn't the same. But I don't know. You're not, I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference. But I think if you guys end up
That's my
going
first
back,
time, probably. Yeah.
yeah, if you guys end up going back, then you'll see it. Or if you stay there, you know. You talking, Chris?
Yeah, I said I'm still watching gold. I said I'm looking to be patient.
Yeah.
That thing is wait till it break the air. It looked like it came up. It could.
It's your mic keeps getting cut out by the headphones.
Can you hear me now, clearly?
Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit better. Maybe put the microphone by your from your headphones, like by your mouth. Price tapped.
Can you hear me now? Pretty
Yeah,
clear?
that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about how gold was coming up and it could be pulling back now, but that's too risky of an entry. It's the cowboy entry.
I'm gonna take a look right now. Yeah, gold's ripping back up a little bit. I think we're grabbing liquidity to potentially head down. Let's see what the 4-hour looks like. Your 4-hour past low, that previous candle flipped bullish. Could we be tapping into this area over here to then continue down? We shall see. I mean, this move right here is pretty overextended, you know? Like we created this resistance, consolidated, and then we broke below over here. But right now, price needs to create that resistance anywhere in this area over here and then continue down, right? Anywhere right in there. So we'll see what we get. Let me just journal this real quick. 7:15. I have so many trades to break down and record the videos for. Carlos, how's your week coming so far?
It's been good. I just took that one trade we took yesterday so
Okay.
far.
Cool.
Yeah, and
That was a
I
good one.
journaled that down. So yeah, it's been good just with that one trade.
Good stuff, man. So, Chris, you with us?
This is a green light.
Yeah, I was hoping that you could kind of break down, like Carlos. Chris was in here right in the beginning of the group, and you know, this dude has been putting the work in every single day, back testing during lunch. because he's a teacher at school. Just like putting the work in, waking up early. Like we used, I don't know if you were in the group at the time, but we used to like just go back and forth on the fitness channel with him running his mile in the morning, me doing the deck. But Chris, if you could just break down where you're at with your trading right now for Carlos, just to let him know, like, what happens when you put the work in, it'd be awesome.
Okay, so what's up, Carlos, man?
Have you guys met each other?
I mean, I haven't really spoke to Chris, but nice to meet you, bro. How you doing?
Too, I'm doing good, bro. Well, I would start off saying I've been trading. It's almost going on 2 years now, and at the beginning, everybody would trade, and it's rough, it's confusing. You try to lock
His face.
watching Roger. That's why I started out watching Roger. Through Roger, I found Steph. And the biggest thing.
Wait, closer to the mic, Chris.
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go. Way better.
Okay, so the biggest thing that helped me with trading was my back testing. Everything changed maybe a year into, I would say, maybe a few months after being with Steph. I was probably a year in by then. So a year in, just back testing every single day and just trading at the right times. Like now for me, like for gold, I shouldn't really be trading until 8 o'clock, that 8 to 10:30 in that range. So picking my times, when to trade, back testing, and just really sticking to your routine, man. Trading is psychological. After 6 months, you're gonna know what you need to do if you study. If you're studying every day, 6 months, you're gonna know the technical part of it. The rest is just psychology, and you can, boost your psychology with working out every day, reading, writing in a notebook, reflecting over your day every night, like things of that. Getting spiritually connected to whatever you believe in. So I feel like trading is, mostly mental, and I'm just trying to get back to where me and Steph was. 'Cause I feel like I see the markets better, and if I master myself, I can take this trading to a whole nother level. Like be done working seriously, like leave my job. So I mean, I think this is the best thing on earth. It's just no job better than this.
Yeah, I mean, words can't describe it. And we always focus on, like, I've been telling you to focus on the skill, right? For how long now? Like, make sure you're not focusing on the money right now, just focusing on the skill, back testing, focus on your psychology, just get better on a daily basis, 1% better every single day. But tell Carlos, even though we focus on the skill, now you're looking at the money right now. So tell Carlos where you're at right now with what you made last week, and some of the withdrawing that might help him as well. That'd be huge.
All right. So now, fast forward to now, I'm profitable now. Like Forex helped me take my fiance to Mexico for her birthday. Last week, what Steph is talking about, last week I had 2 trades. I made 1,000 on each trade, so I made 2,000 last week trading gold. And I mean, I'm seeing gold better, and this week I've made 1,200 so far.
It's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday. Sometimes it don't feel real, and I feel like when I get like that, that's when I start to lose. Make bad decisions, but it feels good to finally make profits that can really help me in my life, like pay bills, like pay my rent, handle things. So it's just on up from now. I just the money is the profits are coming in now, and I just want to stay consistent, really. I just want to stay consistent and keep that money coming in, And I up my lot size now just through, growing, my psychology, growing mentally, because at the end of the day, lot size is risk management. I think it's all a mental. It's all mental. It's all psychology. So, once you continue to grow mentally, physically, spiritually, those lot sizes, everything's gonna grow with it. As you grow your skill, your confidence grow, your lot sizes is gonna grow. Yeah, man.
Couldn't have said it better, man. I mean, when you work on your skill on a daily basis and you're getting better every single day, that creates that confidence. And when you have the confidence, you don't want to be overconfident. That'll kill you just as much as being underconfident. But when you're perfectly confident, you're sitting right between the two, that's where you start to, really feel empowered to increase your lot size and feel confident with the money that you're putting on the line, because you've seen it so many times. You see these moves setting up every single time on the same day at the same time, whenever you're trading. And that's really where you start to grow and you start to get confident. It's a lot easier to wake up in the morning when you're making good money, right? It's just
It's just easier to trade. Easier to trade. Like my fault, sir. I didn't mean to cut you off.
What was that?
Did you get me? I'm sorry.
I couldn't hear what you said.
I said I didn't mean to cut you off, but like you said, like when you make the
Must be his connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's very inspirational for real. Like,
Awesome, man, right?
that's a beautiful story, to be
Yeah.
able to just treat yourself and take care of your family.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. Hope he gets connected again.
Yeah,
But dude, that's gonna be you, man.
yeah, for sure, man.
Gonna
Yeah,
be you. You're waking up every morning, you stay consistent with that. Like what areas can you improve on right now?
man. Honestly, I know I just have to be more mentally stronger and just study more and yeah, just really just study more and like keep learning. I think that's my most weakest area.
Mm.
So I just have to build that momentum in that area, like just study, back test, and just journal.
Would you say the weakest area was?
Just like my back testing, and my journal, and well, I'm like building on that journal, but like pretty much the momentum I'm doing all the back testing and the studying. Like the most studying I do so far is like I rewatch the teachable videos, like the trend lines, the market structure, and like the journaling videos.
Okay. What do you think is I think someone's saying in the chat. But sir. Oh, it's all good, man. Yeah, you were in the middle of talking. I hope I didn't sound like I cut you off, but you basically froze there. But like Carlos, what's the main thing holding you back, would you say, from let's say back testing or journaling, specifically journaling, because journaling's not hard.
I mean, just the really just really just getting up and doing it, like just finding the momentum to just do it. Just all right, I'm gonna just do it. Just like because once I start doing it, I'm gonna do it.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
What do you choose to do instead in those moments?
Man, I can't even lie to you. I usually go like shoot the basketball or I just play with my dog or I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I watch series.
You watch
And
what?
a series like Netflix series.
Oh, okay.
And and it's crazy because I sit there and I think about it, but it's like the devil wins,
Yeah. Well,
like, just sit here and watch TV.
it's funny you say that because that's something that like I've always used as like a driving force behind making any bad decisions, knowing that like the devil's winning, right? It's trying to get in your head. You're just basically falling back on bad decisions or just doing what's comfortable, doing what you want to do because you just feel like doing it, and not because you have to do it.
Yeah,
And
that's the best
that's
way to put it.
yeah, that's dangerous to be in just because that can snowball. And I've been there before. We all have. And that's something that you don't want to be in. It's like a self-destructive thing where you should be doing the other thing, but you'll do the other thing anyway. You'll make the wrong decision. So trading and life, it all comes down to decisions and what you do throughout the day to move you forward, because each decision either moves you forward or moves you backwards. There's no just staying stagnant. If you make the wrong decisions to watch a series on Netflix instead of backtesting, you got to know that you're sacrificing that time, and you're spending more time that you're going to have to sacrifice down the road instead of enjoying the fruits of your labor, being on a nice vacation, being on the beach somewhere, being able to do whatever the hell you want to do because you just made the entire vacation in one morning as far as paying for it. Right. So this is the spot that you're going to get into. You're going to get into better shape, right? You're going to get into that confidence of just knowing exactly how the market's going to move, or having a very good idea of it. You're going to get into this space, but at first you got to sacrifice. You got to put the work in right now, and you got to embrace the work. You got to embrace getting better on a daily basis, and just make the right decisions. I think everything comes down to making the right decisions specifically for you right now, and that's got to be your main focus.
Yeah, I totally agree on everything you just said, because that's pretty much like you just explained my situation. Like I really just I'm just really doing what's comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's because we've all been there. Like you just heard Chris and I talk about it. Like you kind of feel into this comfort of not living up to your standards, and you need to really write down your standards as well, Carlos, and figure out like what will you no longer put up with, right? You have goals, you have things that you want to do in life. What's going to take you to get to that point, and like what do I need to do, and how do I work? How does my brain work where I'm going to get this done every single time? How do I create that why? And that's what it comes down to. I was just about to say something. I forgot what it was. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. What you need to do, like today, is figure out a time period. Maybe it's a month where you literally just dedicate it to yourself, right? Dedicate the month of October. It's only October 6th. So dedicate from October 6th to October 31st of dedicating to you and you only, making sure that you're sacrificing some of the stuff that you like to do for some of the stuff that you have to do. And all it's going to take is a couple days to get that momentum of doing that every single day and making that decision. You're going to start to feel amazing about yourself. You're going to start to feel really good about where you're at with some of the decisions that you're making, and every single little decision that you make builds that confidence. I'm looking GJ right now. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, for sure. I'm after work, I'm gonna definitely just write down everything that must be done, you know.
Cool. Yeah, and just write a contract out to yourself. Say like, if I'm not going to do this now, if I'm not going to dedicate myself to making October the best month of my life by far, bar none, then I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve anything in this life that I'm looking for. If I can't dedicate 1 month to myself, then when am I ever going to do it?
Yeah, right, for real. Yeah, I
It
appreciate
works.
it, man.
It works. If you mean enough to yourself, that works. It's going to take a lot of the distractions away for, I know you're going through a lot mentally and what you've gone through in the past year, but it's kind of going to distract you a little bit from all that. And it's going to give you that purpose of feeling like you have that purpose to continue doing what you want to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I need, like that, that distraction.
100%.
Hey, but I have to work early, but I'm gonna switch over to my phone again. All right, I'm about to switch over right now.
Sounds good, bro.
Let's go reacting to your trend line.
Yeah, I'm about to go right back over to it and get rid of GJ right now. I'm looking at GJ right now as well. I like how the 1 hour is flipping. 30-minute just opened. What we have, yeah, gold is reacting perfectly to that trend line. Exactly what we said. Price is going to come up, grab liquidity. We got about 45 minutes until ADP comes out, and then as it's reacting over here, it's reacting to a key area, which is this little trend line that we've had. We broke below 1750, which 1751, which was a very critical level over here on gold. But again, I think safe sells are going to be below 1745. But right up here, high risk, high reward sells. Price reacting to this trend line over here. Let's see if we get that bearish close. And this could be something that you take based on the 1 hour. Yeah, honestly, safe sells are going to be below 1745. Are you looking to take anything up here, Chris?
No, man, I'm not going. I ain't gonna take anything up there. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
But it looked good.
Yeah, it did. Or it does.
Yeah, hit the trend line perfect.
What was that?
I said it hit the trend line perfect.
This is a
It
green
did.
line trade.
That's why I was like, oh, I said, hold on. I know it's hitting this trend line perfect right now.
Yes, sir. Key area right there.
Yeah.
It's I mean the markets, all it is really just like it's human emotion along with market sentiment of where people think is price is going to go, and then along of course with the institutions and where they want price at. But a lot of these markets and a lot of these candlesticks and everything like that. I'm in GJ, by the way. We were talking about gold, so I kind of got distracted a little bit over here. I actually have my stop loss about 9 pips away above this bearish wick up here,
Okay.
anticipating price to eventually drop down to 150,800, but I'm definitely going to be securing once we reach 151,060.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Gio?
How's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you, buddy?
Doing okay, thank you.
Awesome. You take anything the past day? Did you take GJ with us yesterday?
Yesterday, no, I have my full TP on my runner
Okay.
at exactly 151, actually 152.
That's right. You had the earlier trade.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're out of it now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I figured. Liquidity grab. So we got this liquidity grab up here. I only took this because it is the 30-minute, not the 15. Now this goes for all of you guys, but specifically Chris, with where you're at right now. Sharma and I are doing this series on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have been checking it out, but it's kind of like called Secrets of Trading, where we go into like some of the stuff that we wish we knew when we first got into trading. But now we're kind of done with the subjects that we've been thinking about and bringing up. Now we're starting to bring on traders, whether they're experienced or just somebody where it's just really clicking. And if you guys feel comfortable coming on, please do. We'll shoot the episode and put it on YouTube and everything. And you guys just go through your stories of, where you've been, how long you've been trading, what what you found successful, all that stuff. But Chris, specifically you, I would love to have you on with all the progress you've been making.
Yeah, definitely. I love to be on.
But Gio, Carlos, like it's for experienced traders. It's for people that are succeeding, people just getting in as well, that like just want to ask us questions, or you want to be, I don't know, you just want to learn more, and you're getting better at it. So Gio, I could definitely see you being on that with your discipline and just talking about how you stay so disciplined with just trading GJ and all that stuff. But if you guys are in, let's go.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So we're trying to film as many throughout the week as we can, and then release them every Wednesday. So whenever you guys are free to shoot, just let me know. We'll get it done.
Okay, cool.
No, wrong one. Just finish journaling that trade.
Hey, Steph,
What's up, brother?
I gotta hop off like for maybe 5 minutes. I got a parent calling me about training, so
Okay,
I'll be right back on.
sounds good, man.
All right.
Yeah, Gio, did you see that video I sent you yesterday?
Oh, the PBD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the car. Oh, actually, I don't think I sent you that. Do you see his new
No,
Ferrari?
yeah, I saw that. The SF, was it SF90?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, the 2021 SF90. I think that was the reason he went to Italy I think a few months ago.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because I remember he was talking about they were trying to reschedule the podcast because he was flying to Italy.
Okay. That I didn't even know that was going on. That's a good call. Is in New York. How's the week going so far?
Oh, wait, is it just me and you? Wow.
Yeah, it's just me and you right now. Carlos went to work, and Chris is coming back. You had to hop on a call.
Oh, I see. Well, trading wise, I'm actually doing pretty good right for this week.
That's awesome. Good for you, man. Have you been able to up risk it all or anything?
Well, because actually I'm doing most of my trades are I would consider them as swing trade. So my lot size is pretty much about the same as I
Okay.
was doing before. Because my magic keys is set up as percentage.
Got it. Okay. That makes
So
sense.
that's yeah, so my stop loss is probably around what 30, 35 pips away.
Okay.
So the lot size is pretty much the same as when I was taking a scout.
Awesome. Yeah, Chris was hopped on a call with him yesterday, and everything's just been clicking for him, and he's up 1,200 this week, made 2,000 last week. He's been withdrawing as well, so he's doing pretty well.
That's nice.
I know. It's cool seeing it, like especially like some of you guys that came in the beginning, and you know now I start to see you guys are doing really well, so I love it.
You took this trade as the current candle past the low of the
Yes,
previous one.
the 30-minute. And then I put my stop loss above this wick right here. That makes sense.
Did it pass right away?
It passed in the first 3 to 4 minutes after creating its top wick. And with London being so bearish over here, we grabbed liquidity up here. Sellers got in after that. And I think we should be continuing right back down to 150, 800. I did a full breakdown before. The only thing that concerns me is the way the 4-hour candle closed like this. And then our area right over here. Very
Is
critical.
your MT5 still the 4 hours different from your trading view?
No, let me double check. You know, it is a little bit, but not too much though. It's just like annoying. You know, nothing much you can really do about it. There we go, DJ. We should continue to drop because my 1 hour looks different. Actually, no, it doesn't. I like the way the 1 hour looks. Grabbing liquidity and flipping bearish over here. I think we should at least come down into 151,
800 somewhere.
050.
Oh, okay. Well, the support, yeah, the first support. But if
Yeah.
it breaks that,
Yeah,
next stop will be 150, 800.
158 exactly same. That's where my full TP is, but I'm definitely going to be securing somewhere around here. But with how bearish London was, we should get a nice drop.
Yeah, I was waiting for that confirmation on that trend line, but I was looking at it. Even though I stayed up late for London, I don't think there's no way for me to enter this trade.
Yeah,
The London Open just basically dropped.
Well, the only thing that I saw was this move right here, and I was doing my deck of cards at the time. This is the only thing we could have caught, and that's pre-New York.
Because when I was looking at this, I was like, the trend line for the daily trend line, the daily downtrend. I was waiting for confirmation to break to go below that trend line again, and basically get a trade from 151 800 down to 149 200.
149 200. Yeah, that'd be
So if you do a
that's our
swing,
level.
on the 4 hour, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think once we break 150, 800, we could be continuing right back down to 150, 200. So we just reached support down here. It's a nice move. I got my 1-to-1. Dude, trading really is so simple. Not easy. But it's simple. So let's see if we get a successful run going. Oh. All right. Got back in my deck of cards this morning. All right. Should we watch some PBD while we wait for some of these moves?
You watched the podcast yesterday?
No.
Because I usually have like when I'm working out in the morning, I just have the podcast on.
Huh?
They were talking about they were talking about Facebook. That Facebook is using this third. Actually, there's an interview in Valuetainment about this guy who works for a third party
Mm-hmm.
that Facebook works with. So basically, they're the one actually doing like a fact checking of whatever being posted, like videos and stuff.
And who is this? Who's doing the fact checking?
I forget his name. I think Sean or something. Basically, he's an employee. He's an employee of that third party company. And dude, it's just I don't know if you could if you have a if your stomach can. It's just that when he was talking about videos of basically like pedophiles and like what do you call that? There's a term for it, like people having sex with animals.
Oh, yeah.
bestiality, I think.
No, like Fluffer or something like that.
Yeah, and then he was just saying that yeah, there are videos that so all he does at work was basically watch videos, and basically they have to kind of like filter it,
Mm-hmm.
and basically so they're gonna be like they're the one who's filtering it, and they're just gonna send it to Facebook, and they're just gonna be like, oh, I think this video is inappropriate, so it should be taken down. So is Facebook's still making the call on which video to be posted and whatnot. All right. So yeah, and then they have different departments wherein if um if you're into if you get promoted, you get into more like serious videos wherein there's like killing of innocent child, human trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like, and then so they have some assumption what happened during the blackout, the 6 hour blackout of Facebook.
Oh,
So I mean,
yeah. What were they saying?
it's just some speculation, right? So they were saying PBD was like, what if the reason for that was they're trying to clean up their system, or they're trying to clean up all the videos they have,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because now there's a whistleblower, and
Yeah.
more and more people like their third party contractors are coming out saying that it's bad for the society. Then they don't. It's just all about profit. They don't really care
Mm-hmm.
if it's So
I saw what's his face. What's his name? Garrett. Um, what's his name? The big guy.
uh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was saying that it made him realize that like if all communication on social media, especially these main apps, is shut off for 6 hours, anything could happen in 6 hours. And he was like, it just made me realize how unprepared I am for something like that to happen. Like, a war can start in 6 hours, right? They could
Yeah,
shut out all communication of everyone, and all of a sudden, you know, the government could do anything, or anybody could do anything, and it just made him sit back and realize that.
I didn't even realize that Facebook was shut down for 6 hours during like what was that, Monday, right?
What was that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Monday. I
had
think
to have
it
been
was
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 6 hours of that, and I honestly thought my other account got hacked because I couldn't like do anything on it. The same exact thing was happening. So I was a little nervous. I was like, what the hell is going on? Chris is back.
Yes, sir.
What's up, brother? How was the call?
It was good. They basically gonna join. They want to join Baller Types. The thing I'm doing with my fiance's best friend.
Yep.
So was getting the kid in there, getting them registered and stuff like that. So
Nice, man.
yeah.
Are these kids or like these parents dealing with these parents? Is it hard?
It depends. I think it depends on the type of coach you are. It is what you allow. At the beginning, when you start coaching, you can have those experiences. That's because you don't want to maybe not hurt anybody's feelings or push nobody away, but you have to stick to what you do, and kids is gonna come because if you have something positive, they're gonna come. So that's the biggest thing. Just sticking to what you set up, what you believe in, and not wavering because an unhappy parent.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't listen to all the naysayers. I
Yeah.
was saying more. I'm sure it's tough as a coach, but more as a teacher too.
Mhm.
Like, are parents annoying, or is it tough to deal
Oh
with them?
man, teacher parents are much harder
Yeah,
to
that's
teach
what I
as a teacher.
kind of figured.
Yeah, teacher, because it's like training is, they come into training to work, and you're gonna be tired, you could get hurt, things happen in training, but in school, it's like you're protecting their babies, you're teaching them. So it's a whole nother, it could be tough, but I've been blessed to have some great parents. So most of the parents I have, they're always good. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got one of the most important jobs in the country, as a teacher and teaching our kids, what they need to know. And yeah, I can only imagine dealing with parents too.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Right, tough.
I'm like, I put my time in already. I got like 5. I'm going on 6 years of teaching. I think I put my time in. It's time for me to retire pretty soon.
Let's go. Let's make that fucking happen.
Yes, sir.
Make that happen. So what's excuse me. What's the 2-year goal for you right now?
2-year goal. Well, in 2 years, I plan to, not be working. Just, my income is coming from Forex. It's coming from my training my kids, my basketball training. And, me and Noel doing our little couples conquer and just posting things on YouTube. And we even trying to get our son on, YouTube, because he acts every day, just doing things like that. Like, getting on, this new wave of the world.
Yeah, that's huge. That's awesome. So he's interested in joining, huh?
Yeah.
Or like doing something of his own.
Mm-hmm. You talking about CJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he interested, and he want, because he watches the kids that his favorite person to watch is Mikey Williams. I don't know if you know who that is.
Nah.
He's like a basketball player. Like, he's a young kid. He got famous basketball player. Just got famous off his his skills. And CJ just wants to he want to like make a YouTube page where it's showing him playing his sports and doing his thing. So we're gonna try to get that together.
There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's gonna kill it on there. You gotta teach him the ways.
Yeah. We was training last night, because he boxed too. So we was doing some boxing training. It got a little intense.
Oh wow. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching him those hands.
But he'll fight through. He may get a little rattled and get a little emotional, but he'll keep going. I tell him, like, boxing, it's not a game. It's not like basketball and football. It's not a game, man. So if this is what you want to do, when we train in boxing, you have to be. We having fun, but you got to be serious. People get hurt in the ring.
Oh yeah.
So
hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Not taking care of yourself.
That's what we was doing.
So the 2-year plan, obviously the trade full time, but do you have like a certain thing, like let's say I want to be debt free of any kind of bad debt? Good debt is good debt. That's starting a business, but any kind of bad debt by this date, I want to have a house or have enough for a down payment for a mortgage by this point, or have my first property. So you want me to tell
you my goals, basically? So I can tell you that. So right now, January 2022 is when we plan on getting our house, closing on our house, January 22. Debt free. I'm already. I'm not debt free, but my debt I'm in control of my debt. I don't know if I so much believe in being just debt free. Like, I like to leverage and use my credit.
Well, that's good debt. There's a difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is buying shoes, clothes, cars, shit like that on credit. Good debt is exactly what Gio probably does right now, where he leverages debt to create a business, to buy real estate, and to do all that stuff.
I need to talk to Gio, because I eventually want to get into real estate too.
Well, there you go.
Hit me up for sure, man.
Cool, thanks, bro. But I I'm working on. I mean, every day I'm working on raising my credit score, and I've been doing that for almost 2 years. So my credit score is good. I want to have my goal is to have 757, 720 to 800. I want to be in that range by. I can be in that range by I say March. I can I feel like I'll be in that range.
Okay. And that March, that January 22nd goal, is that of this year?
Yes, the January coming up.
So you're gonna get a house on January 22nd.
No, yeah. I'm saying January 2022.
2022,
Like,
yeah. But
yeah.
you're gonna buy a house at that point, or
buy a
Okay.
house. I want to
Okay.
be closing on our house. Yeah.
Beautiful. Have you been looking at any yet?
Yeah. We have our real estate. We have an agent. We're working with a few, but
That's awesome.
we have a family. Someone in the family who does real estate, and they're really big in this DMV area, so they're helping us as well. We may just go with family. We wanted to explore our options, but it's looking like we just gonna keep it with the family. But yeah, then I was even thinking like, I was going back and forth about getting a house. I'm sure when I hit Gio, I'll talk more to him about it. But just like, is it smarter to get a house now, or maybe still do an apartment and save up more, and then the following
Chris,
year get a
where are you from again? What state?
Well, right now I'm living in Maryland.
That's a big
Okay,
part
and-
location.
And you're looking at a house to buy in. Are you trying to look for a house in Maryland as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not quite sure about how the real estate, the pricing of the houses right now over there.
Mm-hmm.
But well, yeah, it's just the way. Basically, you have to look at, of course, your budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because people might be buying a house would be an investment. It's
Yeah.
actually not, because there's no return to it.
Okay.
Right? You're actually paying a monthly fee, and if you think that you can afford to rent, let's say for example, right now you're renting an apartment for what, 1,500, right?
Yeah.
And then you probably thinking that, oh, I could get a mortgage for 1,300, so it'll be a lot cheaper. But there's
Mm-hmm.
more to it. So you have your insurance,
Mm-hmm.
you have maintenance, right? So
Yeah.
you actually monthly, if you do your total costs, you're probably going to end up paying more than what you're renting.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
you're probably looking at, if you're renting at 1,500 and a mortgage of 1,300, you're probably looking about 1,700, right, for a mortgage, and that's a 25-30 year commitment.
yeah, and that's exactly what I was looking at. I was literally looking. I was like, so basically, I'll be going in as a first time homeowner, and we got our loan, got the loan approved and all that, and it was around 360. But we'll have to, we looked at a few places, and the range will have to be putting down between 18 and 22 to have a monthly of around 1,800 to 2,200 a month. And I'm just like, I could pay that, but I don't want to be living check to check, and I don't want my new house bill to affect me in trading or anything in my life that so that's what I was thinking about. And
yeah, because for some people, owning a house would probably their ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm.
In which for 30 years you'll be locked in on that contract, and is are you going to be comfortable trying to live paycheck to paycheck paying that mortgage for 30 years? That's the thing.
Exactly.
So yeah, well, me personally, well, I'm from California, and I have no plans of buying a house in here, to be
Yeah,
honest. Yeah,
Don't blame me.
I said Cali. Woo! When he said Cali, I
yeah,
said,
it's
"Oh,
Yeah,
dude, it's just yeah, house price unless something something happened with the housing, or it's
shoot,
just
I'll be."
ridiculous. But yeah,
I said I'll be on South Central if I was in Cali.
yeah,
but
Well, it's
yeah,
expensive out there.
yeah. A
so
2-bedroom, 1 bath out there. I saw a house for 900 grand.
crazy.
Jesus.
That's great. Yeah, for house pricing is just crazy. But me personally, what I'm looking at is just renting for, I don't know for how long, till probably I have enough passive income, until that
Mm-hmm.
passive income be could suffice my mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, so I'm taking debt right now, but I'm investing those and doing a calculated risk that if I can get at least 7% per year on out of that debt, and should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep multiplying, just keep multiplying whatever, if you invested in an apartment, and then year after year, probably 2 to 3 years, just get another debt, do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you have your monthly cash flow, um, that's enough for you to pay your mortgage. Then I think for me, that's the only time I'm gonna buy a house.
Yeah, I like. I mean, that's the smartest. That's the smartest thing. That is, I literally. It's so funny. Like I'm look. We're looking at houses, but I'm also looking at apartments and condos as well. Because I do have 2 sons, so
Right, right.
I want to make sure we have space. My girl, of course, she want a house, but she understands the finance part of it. And I've been talking to her about that because we were actually going to buy a house earlier in the year, and then I just told her, I said, I mean, are we willing to just drop $20K right now of what we worked for, to pay $1,800 a month? Like I just wasn't willing to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when we have 20,000, that'd have been a big chunk of our money, of our savings, and it wasn't something I felt like was smart at all. I just want to make the best decision financially.
Let me send you a video, YouTube video on Slack.
Okay, yeah.
Gio, if you could send it in the side hustles.
Okay. It's just it says here why renting may be a better option versus buying a home.
Okay.
Oh, Chris, I'll run this by you real quick. Do you know who Grant Cardone is?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't 100% adopt this mentality, but I do see where he's coming from. So what he says is that buying a home should be reserved for the wealthy. Like if you are wealthy and you feel comfortable with wherever you're at right now, you should, that's who should own a home. He says anything below that is basically a scam for the bank. And what you could do is what you want to do is be able to be free. You could go wherever you want. You could rent every year and you could leave after a year after that lease. So you have the freedom to go wherever you want, right? Then also, you're paying a little bit more for rent, but again, you have that freedom. But what you do want to do is buy up multifamily homes, buy up any kind of duplexes, buy real estate and own the real estate that's bringing in cash flow and just rent where you live, right? Until you're pretty wealthy and you're good. But owning a home at the same time, you're building equity in something, right? You're storing your money into an actual asset that you're living in. Now, yeah, mortgages do normally cost less than rent, but at the same time, the amount of repairs that you're putting into a house as well, that kind of piles up every month. So, uh, again, I'm not saying that I 100% agree with that, but that's always been in the back of my mind listening to him talk about it. Let me actually bring up a video real quick for you, just so that you can understand exactly what he's saying. Gio, have
Oh
you heard
yeah,
of this?
I'm reading that 10x book too,
Oh, dude,
and that's
that's
what
the
he taught.
perfect book for you to read right now.
And he talks about it, and that, a lot of, I'm starting to, that's what I'm starting, that was a goal. That's what I wrote down. But I was thinking of that, like, man, I just want to make the right decision. I don't want to get in a place financially where I'm comfortable, and then I get the house and then I'm back where I was. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Like, I thought this house was going to be it. I thought this was the answer. Like,
But here's this video for you. I don't know if this is the exact video, but
gold is flying.
I know.
Jesus.
But actually, before we get into this, he's a nut.
Yeah, he is. I love him though, bad.
I know. He's a nut. This setup looks a little like GJ, doesn't it?
I was about to say they look the same
on the monthly. It's crazy. Yeah, gold's on its way up. We got data coming out soon, so we are going to
and tap both of your trend lines. Boop boop. You're gonna hit that second one. It's gonna fly down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it could just be grabbing liquidity right now.
Yeah,
because they are expecting good numbers, but typically that really doesn't mean anything.
I was about to say they be trying to get us sometimes, trick us.
You've been back testing ADP at all?
I haven't back test like today. I told myself, I'm literally not getting in to nothing until the news come out, so that I can, almost back test while, trading.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I could see the way GJ's setting up too. I could see us correcting a little bit. See how we're forming support over here on the 1 hour. Healthy bullish candles. A lot of the times this wick gets filled. Not exactly the candle I look for in that bearish candle, but a lot of times I see that candle getting filled. So we'll see. 1 hour just opened up. We'll see how the data comes out of the US. Trade the reaction to the news. But Gio, you've heard that before, right?
Grant Cardone, the video?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Gold is gone.
He doesn't like what do you call this? He was saying that buying a house or even an investment when it comes to what do you call this? A single family.
My goodness.
He's totally against it.
Yeah. He that's not his he doesn't think people should do it. Thinks it's a scam. Check out that number.
Wow.
Vicious number.
Should make it a green one. That's a number right there. All right, so we grab liquidity. They were expecting good numbers. Banks wanted to get in at a better price. Now we're starting to flip.
I jumped in too, fella.
You jumped in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I jumped in and then passed on that. Let me show you the exact entry.
I'm up 5.5%. for the day.
Oh, that's great. Is that from GJ?
Yeah, it's from GJ. Oh man. Yeah, I like. See, this is what we've been planning out all morning. Thing is, we're still in this range. ADP doesn't really move gold too much. I think institutions are still staying out based on, we're still going to be ranging over here until Friday, right? That's the data that everyone's waiting for. That's what's going to push us out of this range. So again, like I said, not as much volume as we normally have because these big institutions are staying out. We're just grabbing orders right now. But also what I wanted to point out to you guys is this prop stream. Great website. I was on a Zoom with Sharma yesterday. She was showing this to me. But Gio, have you ever wanted to use the MLS?
What was that?
What was that?
I'm sorry. You were saying what?
You know what the MLS is?
Nah.
Okay, so this is a database that real estate agents use, and this is a big reason why investors end up getting the real estate license, so that obviously they could not pay any commissions for selling houses, but also they get access to the MLS. Now, it's called the multi-listing service, so you get all the information on each house, who owns it, any liens on the property. Average mortgage, stuff like that is all going to be on the MLS. Now, this is a service over here, PropStream, that basically it's the MLS and something else all combined. Like it shows you all details of these houses. Yeah, right here. But she was breaking it down for me. It looked pretty cool. All the comps, right? Comps in the area. Sale history, tax info, lien and foreclosure details, mortgage info, MLS details. But eventually when I start getting back into real estate, this could be something that we'll end up getting. Chris, you said you entered gold?
Sir, it's just going back and forth from 0 to 20, 0 to 20.
Yeah.
I'm about to get out.
Yeah, this is like I said, I don't think this is gonna move the market.
Yeah, and I didn't really get in on no standard. I ain't getting my standard. I just got a simple 10.
Oh, there you go. 10
little 10
lot.
center. Little 10 center. This is my back testing.
There you go.
I back test with a 10 center.
There you go.
Let's see what it do.
That's what you do with high probability trades. You go with a one lot, and then with the one center or the
the ones I'm cowboying. I just let me throw a 10 cent and see what it do. And if it breaks key levels, then maybe I can add another 10.
Okay, I like that. And that's your strategy now. Good stuff.
Especially when I'm not sure,
Yeah, of course. Let's see if we hold support over here. This will be interesting. I think we'll end up just ranging between 151, 200 and 151. But let's bring this up for you guys.
Massive amount of real estate. What I found interesting also, I watched one of your videos, and this is something that I do as well. I have a property in Calabasas. I have a big, nice house in Calabasas. I also have an apartment in New York City. I rent both of them. I don't own any property. Yeah. In terms of where I live. Here you are with a $1.2 billion net worth, and you don't own a house, a personal house.
Yeah, I rent my house.
Right.
I get a better loan on it because I rent it. I could have an LLC own it and rent it back to me. I'd still get a better deal. So, I rent where I live. I treat houses like hospitals. You know, you get in, you get out.
Yeah.
The grocery store, Whole Foods. I don't buy the whole grocery store. I go get the stuff I need, and then I leave. And houses were built for banks. They weren't built for people. They were built for banks. And then the people were lied to and said, "Oh, a house is a great investment." A house is one of the dumbest, worst investments a human being could possibly make for one reason. You have to pay the house doesn't pay you. And if it doesn't pay you, it's not a good investment.
Well, not only, that, but what a lot of people don't realize, because there's so many arguments you always hear over and over again, like, when you rent, you're paying someone else's mortgage. That's my favorite one. When the reality is if you have any sort of typical loan, you're just paying interest to the bank. You could live in a house, you could have a 30-year mortgage, live in a house for 15 years and still owe exactly what the house was worth when you bought it.
Or it could be worse.
Could be worse.
So, what we know about houses is the bank's going to make if the loan's 6%, the bank's going to make 6% on the loan every year for 30 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that number is, 180%. So that means your house has to go up 180%. No. The down payment has to go up 180% for you to ever catch up with. The house has to go up 180%. The bottom line is, take all the math away. If it don't pay you, why are you doing it? I don't want to pay for something. Now, the other argument that Vlad, I know you've had is, well, you got to live somewhere. So it doesn't mean you need it doesn't mean you need to live in the same dumb place for 30 years. So it'd be like buying a car for 30 years. We're moving into an environment where people are going to own nothing. People are going to rent clothes. They're going to rent furniture. They're going to rent cars. We're not going to own cars. It's happening where people are leasing now more than they're owning because they're waking up to the fact, why do I want this car for 7 years?
Yeah, I lease all my cars. I rent all my homes.
Yep.
And all the money I make in my business, I invest. For me, it's in the stock market. For you, it's in real estate, but it's the same type of concept.
Yeah. For me, like, because I'm a coward. You're much more courageous when it comes to investing than I am. I am a pure coward. Like, I have to have income. For me to, that's why I won't buy Bitcoin. Okay, I won't buy Bitcoin because it's not income. I mean, maybe I would, like, if you want to give me some Bitcoin, I'll take it and sit on it. But gold. Okay, I need income. I want income every month. And what I do with my income, I don't care how much income it is. The more income, the better for me. Because I want enough income to where I can start doing stupid stuff. This is my economic class for everybody. This is called economics for stupidity. You want enough passive income coming in that you can buy dumb shit. And until you have passive income, money that's not taxed at the earned rates, people shouldn't buy dumb shit. So like Floyd Mayweather, he goes out and earns whatever, $300 million, and then he spends the 300. He shouldn't do that. He should take the 300, pay the taxes, because he's getting taxed at 53%, probably 60%, because he lives in California, I think. Maybe he lives in Vegas now. So he's getting taxed at 50. He should take that $150 million, invest it into something that pays him every month, and then go buy Gucci and Fendi.
Right. I mean, Floyd is a flashy guy. He's going to keep spending his money until he runs out.
And he could, but he should spend it out of passive income, not earned income, and he would never run out of it.
What do you think?
I don't know where he got that part where Floyd doesn't,
Oh yeah,
that was
Floyd is
that.
he's a big real estate guy.
I don't know that
He
either.
he has a lot of investment. Like,
Oh yeah.
I was watching a video. He has a lot of real estate investment in Vegas.
And that's weird that because Grant Cardone had him at that 10x growth conference. So maybe this was before he had him on there.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean Floyd has watches, he's got real estate. I mean, some of the luxury cars could end up appreciating. I know some people that trade luxury cars, but when it comes to everyday cars, yeah, you really don't want a ton of those. But yeah, Floyd's always been on this shit. He just needs to learn how to read. And our 50 Cent always gets on him.
50 be going in on it, man.
50, yeah, 50 is nuts. 50 is one of the funniest Instagrams to follow. Gio, you're on Instagram, correct?
I haven't touched Instagram for so long.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to follow some of the guys in the group back. Gee, look at gold. Didn't give a shit about those numbers.
Well, I've been got out. That's a gold that has no care about ADP
Yeah.
today.
It didn't give a shit. Let's see. Yeah, DJ's just ranging around here. Did like this setup. I thought that we could break through, but this is why you secure at certain areas, right? Especially after such a bearish move over here, we grab liquidity, sellers get out, buyers, kind of take over a little bit, and then we close as a doji. Perfect setup for us to at least over here, at least retouch and retest 150, 1050. What we look for every time. But if it doesn't break below and close below, it's going to end up ranging in here. Could we end up correcting this London move?
Yeah, the only reason I didn't took this because of the range. It's
Yeah.
only about what, 12 pips.
Yeah, it's very small range. But I just figured we have such a nice move here, grab liquidity, perfect setup. We should at least tap into here so I could secure a good amount of it. So I could secure 50% 2 times, stop loss of break even, got tapped to break even. I was fine with it. But there is a possibility that we could have broke through and just continue to tank down to 150-800.
And fellas, I gotta go. I gotta go to class. So
Sounds good, brother.
we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Looking forward
talk to you
to
later.
it. Bright and early.
Bright and early. Yeah,
Wait,
bright and
where'd
early.
you get that mile in?
So this morning it was raining here in Maryland. So this morning I did my HIIT workout, high interval training. So
Cool.
I did about a 10-minute HIIT workout. And tomorrow, the weather better, I'll be outside running. But my workout was pretty good this morning. I got a good sweating.
There you go, buddy.
Sir.
I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
All right. Later, y'all.
All right. Gee, I think I'm going to probably end it right here too. Just basically back tested one trade, got another one. And I don't see much opportunity for GJ unless we end up closing above 151, 280 over here. Then you get the psychological level of 300. But the thing is, let's go back to GJ fully. Looking at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is so strong over here. We're also reacting to this trend that we've been respecting for quite some time now.
Yeah, I'm looking at an area around 151 400.
51 400. So you think you're looking for price to come right back up to here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere in there, and then do a huge rejection to retest the low
Okay.
at 151.
I like that. So you said 400, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably, if ever this happens, I'm probably taking it on the 1 hour.
Yeah, the 1 hour looks nice with the support
Yeah.
holding. Got a higher lows over here. Price pushing up. You have the 30-minute candle close bullish over here, kind of above these candle body highs. If this candle creates its bottom wick and then passes the high up here, you really only have like 15 pips. But you could definitely grab a scalp right back up to that area with your stop
Yeah,
loss.
probably
What's up?
on the 1 hour. Oh, where do I
This is the 30-minute.
annotate?
But I mean, we could definitely correct more of this move than just up to
I
400.
just wanted to retest here, grab liquidity here, and do maybe a doji candle or a huge rejection to come down.
Yeah, man. Something like a doji candle closing. And this
Yep.
candle.
Something like that in that area, yes.
We get the top wick formed. Candle just drops. Something similar.
Yep.
So we'll see what we get. But all right, brother. I will see you tomorrow bright and early. And have a
for
great
sure.
day, all right?
All right, you too.
See you, buddy. Appreciate it.